Hi everyone, I welcome you to today's lesson in maths. So today we are going to talk about algebra, and this is the final part of algebra. So I know we've done algebra for quite some time, and basically was I wanted you guys to get a hold of algebra. Algebra is something that you need very much as you build on. So from junior high school, you going to senior high school to the university. If your algebra is not good, it's really going to affect you. So that is why. And I want to encourage you, any work I give you, please and please again, try as much as possible to watch the video and solve the work. If you do not understand anything, just let me know. Okay? Do not hesitate to let me know. I will help you out. Don't consult people to solve the work for you or the internet to actually give you answers. You are not helping yourself. Help yourself by learning, and it stays with you forever. Okay, so let's learn. Today we'll be talking about difference of two squares, and like the name suggests, difference of two squares. So what's a square? A square of a number is a number multiplied by itself, and difference means subtracting squares from each other. So for example, a squared minus b squared is a difference of 2 squared, okay? Where b squared is being subtracted from a squared, okay? So let's look at another example. 16y squared minus 49. What comes into mind simply is that 16 is what? 4 times 4, right? Y is what? Y times y. So this is a square, this is a square. 49 is what? 7 times 7. So they are all squares. This is 4 squared, this is 7 squared, and this is y squared. So these are all squares, okay? So wherever you find 16, you can put what? 4 squared, and wherever you find 49, you can put what? 7 squared. So that is what just happened here. Alright, okay. So if a squared and b squared are 2 squares, then their difference will be written like this. A squared minus b squared will be a plus b into brackets times a minus b. So keep this formula, it should be in your head, don't forget it. Alright, so if you have a b squared minus a squared, it's also going to be written like this: b plus a multiplied by b minus a. Okay, so if you have c squared minus d squared, how are you going to write it? Simple: c plus d times c minus d. Simple. Alright, so why do we have to learn this function? Why do we have to learn this property? This property of difference of two squares will help you factorize expressions. It will help you simplify calculation. It will help you simplify expressions. So it's very important to know them, and we'll solve some examples and you get to see how important they are. So let's solve some examples. Yes. So this is the question: 4x squared minus y squared. When you see 4, what comes into mind? 2 times 2. Fast. So which is 2 squared. So wherever you see 4, you put what? 2 squared. And wherever you see y, you put y squared. It's also y times y, right? So basically, wherever you find 4, you're going to put 2 squared. That is 2 squared, and then times x squared, okay, minus y squared, okay. So because there are 2 squared, you can simplify by putting the 2x together and then squaring it. It's still the same as 2 squared x squared. It's still the same, so don't worry. Alright, okay. So if you have something like this, then you make sure that the ones in the brackets, you use them for the example I gave. A squared minus b squared is equal to what? A plus b, a minus b. Okay, so the ones in the bracket, that would be 2x plus, so y, and then 2x minus y. Then simple, you are done. Okay, so that's example 1. Let's move to example 2. Example 2, you see 81 a squared minus 4b squared. What comes into mind? 81. Yay, we are happy. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 9 is 81. So which is what? 81 is equal to 9 squared. So wherever you find 81, you put what? 9 squared. Fine. So let's put our 9 squared there. And 4 is what? 2 times 2. So wherever 2 times 2 is what? 2 squared. So wherever I see 4, you put what? 2 squared. So let's put our a squared minus, and then we see 4, so we put what? 2 squared, and then b squared. So we can actually put factorize this and put the 9a together and put 1 into bracket and put the squared there, and then 2b together and put the squared there. Okay, so notice this. Let's rewrite the whole thing again over here. So we have 9a all into bracket squared minus 2b all into bracket squared. So you remember our formula: a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b. Okay, a minus b. So what do? We replace it over there, and then we put our 9a plus 2b into brackets 9a minus 2b. Then we are done. So this is our answer. Alright, okay, so let's go to example 3. Example 3 is it's numbers. So what do? You remember our formula: a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b into brackets a minus b. So what's the next thing we do? Put a bracket here. You have 7.64 plus what's 2.36, and then you multiply it by our next bracket, 7.64 minus 2.36. So we just use the formula here. Okay, so let's solve this part. 7.64 plus 2.36 is equal to 10. So we have 10, and then let's solve this part. This is equal to 5.28. 5.28. Okay, so when you multiply them together, what do you have? You have 50.28, and that is your answer. 50.28. That is your answer right there. Okay, let's look at the last example. 1001 squared minus 1 squared. So what do? You remember our formula: a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b into bracket a minus b, right? So what do we do next? So this is a, this is b. Okay, so you put it there: 1001 plus 1, and then 1001 minus 1. Okay, so what do we get? We get 1002 times what? 1000. So when you multiply, what do you get? You get 1,020,000, and that's 1 million, and this is our answer. Simple. Okay, so this is how difference of two squares can be used. It can be used to simplify equations. It can be used to simplify expressions, it can be used to factorize expressions. So I hope you understand it. If you do not understand it, consult your textbooks or watch the video more than 2 or 3 times so that you can understand and grasp whatever I said. Until we meet again, I've given some questions. Try and solve them by yourself. Don't consult any books. Do not copy anyone. Do it yourself. Enjoy your day and have a wonderful week. Bye bye.